visitor in third grade. Jory. Okay, stand up, Jory. Addison or Addie. Welcome, Addison. Addison, you can just give a little wave so everybody knows where you are there. Welcome. Have a great day. All right, we have some speeches today, and I believe we are starting with Connor Brooks. Come on up, Connor.
In 1900, brothers Orville and Wilbur Wright achieved the magic of flight. No one had ever done it before, but with good work ethic, the brothers achieved their dream. They went from this to this. Wilbur Wright was born on April 16, 1867 in the small town of Millville, Indiana. Orville Wright was born August 19, 1871 in the town of Dayton, Ohio. The two brothers shared a bond greater than any with their other 5 siblings. Orville and Wilbur were exceedingly bright from the get-go. On one occasion, their father returned home from a trip and brought them a toy that at the time was make-believe. This toy was a small model of a helicopter. This is said to be the initial spark in the brothers' success. Wilbur was a very bright young man who followed the rules and stuck to his books. This may sound like Wilbur in the common use was a brainiac, but in fact, Wilbur was exceptional in everything that he did. He was a star hockey player and he kept his grades very high. Wilbur intended to go to Yale to study being a clergyman, but an accident occurred while playing hockey his senior year. This fatal accident ended in Wilbur becoming withdrawn. He then moved from school and went home. This injury became a change in Wilbur's life. He then did not receive his diploma or graduate, but Wilbur was not one to give up. He continued his academic journey in his father's big library at the family home. Orville's high school experience was quite similar. He was a brilliant young man who was not afraid to push the boundaries. Orville was never short on ideas. Although Orville was bright, he dropped out of high school his junior year to open a printing business. Orville had designed and built his very own printing press with the help of Wilbur. In the years that followed, Wilbur joined Orville's business and shortly after launched a weekly newspaper called the West Side News. And later it became a daily paper. Here on the right you'll see Wilbur Wright and on the left is Orville. At the time in the printer's shop, Wilbur and Orville were being introduced to many new things. The latest and greatest invention that came out was called the bicycle, that I'm sure we all know today. This inspired the brothers to take part in engineering and their interest in planes. After 8 years of work, Wilbur and Orville's time spent finally paid off. In September of 1900, the brothers flew their first glider. 3 years later, they flew the first engine-powered airplane. In further flying experiments, the Wright brothers were able to fly planes longer distances. Everyone had said it could not be done, even in places like Europe, where they were experimenting the same thing. The Wright brothers were also the first ever to invent a wind tunnel to test their flying inventions. In studying the possibility of flight, the Wright brothers also performed research on things like aerodynamics, drag, lift, and air resistance. Here is a picture of the wind tunnel that they first designed and built. In following their dreams, both Wilbur and Orville had obstacles to overcome. The first is when their father never was home because of his work schedule, which left the boys without a father figure. Later in life, when the boys started following their dreams and testing flight, people all over told them that this could not be done. This did not stop the brothers. I think that all of us know that when we put our minds to something, we want it to work. We will try usually a few things, and if we fail, we'll sometimes give up. In trying to realize their dream of flight, the brothers did over 1,000 tests, starting from little models and ending in big gliders. And each one did not go as planned. However, there was a benefit to this, because with each mistake, they learned from it. Here's a picture of that first glider that was able to lift off the ground and carry a man. And this is a picture of the first engine-powered airplane, and it was a 12-horsepower engine that the Wright brothers actually designed and built themselves. There are a number of interesting facts, and that are fun as well, that are part of the Wright brothers' journey. The first is that Orville piloted the first powered flight, and the next day, when Wilbur attempted, he damaged and crashed the plane. Second, the first powered plane had a wingspan of 40 feet. Third, Wilbur and Orville's father once tried to discourage them from pursuing their dream of flight and told them that flying should be left for angels and to leave well enough alone. Two quotes that describe Orville and Wilbur's approach to life and their inventions are this. First one was said by Orville. If we worked on the assumption that what is accepted as true really is true, then there would be little hope for advance. In our lives today, this means that if we do not push the boundaries and try new things, we will never be able to learn. And one by Wilbur. There is no sport equal to that which aviators enjoy while being carried through the air on great white wings. This was a quote that Wilbur said after they had achieved flight, and it represents their life because they worked very hard and eventually they were able to feel the adrenaline rush while flying on great white wings. Thank you.
For Connor.
Why did you choose?
Well, we had to do for our social studies speech, we were assigned to do a famous American that changed the lives of many, and I figured flying is something in modern technology that hundreds of thousands of people do every day, and I thought you'd like to learn a little more about how it all started. Yes. They were not twins. Wilbur was 4 years older than Orville.
One more question.
Ritter.
I've heard of this guy, and he's really famous. His name is Charles Hamburger, and he's famous because he rode his plane across the Atlantic Ocean and never gave up.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, good stuff. All right, Connor, thank you. Good job. All right, excellent speech. And a lot of these speeches on famous individuals that the 8th graders have done, there's a lot of lessons to be learned. We talk a lot about setting goals. For Orville and Wilbur Wright to set a goal to create an airplane, that took a lot of vision. And it also came with a lot of people telling them that it could not be done, as Connor said, including even their father said, leave this alone, you cannot accomplish it. But they were not discouraged. So there's a great lesson there. As you set your own goals, don't get discouraged and keep fighting for those goals and keep working towards them. So a lot of great lessons in those speeches. Do we have another speech today, or is it
No, it's just one today.
just Connor today? Very good. All right, now we have a wonderful set of decorations that have been put up. I want to just recognize Mrs. Gallagher for leading that effort to make the Great Hall, this room, look so nice for the holidays and getting us ready for Holiday Fest, which is just 2 weeks from today. So that is going to start. We're going to send more information out on that. That's going to start at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, December 17th. Am I saying the date right? Yes, Wednesday, December 17th. And again, we'll put this out there, but you should be here by about 4:30 to get ready. Go to your homerooms. Early childhood will have a spot down here to go to gather in advance of the performance. Do we have some other announcements? Well, we do from Mrs. Randa.
I would like my yearbook kiddos that I asked today. I don't know if everybody knows, but we have a yearbook class elective in middle school. And instead of me making all the announcements, I'm going to have my ladies do it.
We would like to announce the winner of the 2014-2015 yearbook contest. But wait, there are two winners. We have chosen a combination of the front and back for 2 yearbook covers for this year's yearbook. First, we would like to thank everyone for the yearbook entries. It was a tough decision, so we won't be sharing the actual designs for now, but we would like to announce that Pierce and Amelia Short's covers will be published as this year's yearbook cover. The yearbook is on sale. Please tell your parents that the yearbook is $25 now until December 31st. Then the price will go up to $30, so make sure that they get their orders in now. All they have to do is go on the ECF website and there's a link to purchase your yearbooks.
Good job. Thank you, Mrs. Randa. Thank you, Mr. Betts, and the entire yearbook committee. It is always a great yearbook that we put together. So remember to order your yearbooks now. You receive them on field day, and you will be excited because it's a lot of fun passing around to sign. Mrs. Ryder.
Let's get them to stand up so we can recognize them and spot for them.
Let's do that. That sounds great. This is even further exciting because it will be revealed the design in May. So good stuff. Mrs. Kelly.
So next Tuesday is called Colorado Gives Day, the time of year where we're giving, and every country day school is participating in Colorado Gives Day, but there's more than just our school participating. There's a lot of local area nonprofits. There's a lot of nonprofits in the whole state that are participating. So to raise some awareness about what is around here in Evergreen, we have a table out in the Great Hall that has just a couple of nonprofits that are local for middle school students that need community service hours. A lot of these nonprofits actually offer things for you to do to earn those community service hours. So I welcome you to take a look at the different organizations that are available. And if you have any questions about it, please let me know. For parents, you may want to look at it too because the Senior Resource Center offers $25 an hour cleaning service. That's for parents. Thanks.
Thank you. And also, I want to make this next announcement. While we do have a lot of parents in attendance, Lost and Found gets cleaned out before break. So we donate, and we have a cause to donate whatever is left behind before break. But there's really a lot of nice things in there. So we want to get them back to their rightful owners. So at some point in the next 2 weeks, you can either look through that. We will probably line things up sometime next week, or would be a good time to do it. So you can take a look through, and hopefully those can find their way back home. It's also a good idea to write your names in the tags and things like that. It's easier to find their rightful home. All right, Mr. Z.
We have a couple students who have an important holiday announcement.
All right. On up, our student government president and vice president, Connor and Daniel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We are starting this Monday, bringing back a tradition that has been going on for a long while, and that tradition is Candy Cane Grants, which is a great opportunity to write a message to teachers, students, and let them know happy holidays and anything else that's on your mind. So Student Council will be partnering with the 8th grade class for fundraising.
It starts Monday the 8th, so just next Monday, and finishes Monday the 15th. So there's 6 days to buy candy cane grants. You can buy them before school, at lunch, or after school, and each candy cane grant is $1.
Thank you. Hope to see you guys all there.
announcement?
No, but Dora also didn't hear us.
Oh, that is so nice of you to say that, and let's recognize Dora and give her a big round of applause. Sisters working together, that is fantastic. Thank you for pointing that out here. Okay, one class at a time. We will start with our wonderful pre-K class. We may